Gravenhurst was hit with 140 centimeters of snow and is now under a state of emergency. Bracebridge got 125 centimeters. Over 25,000 hydro customers are without power. Environment Canada warns some areas could get more than 30 centimeters of snow by tomorrow. Heidi Lorenz is the mayor of Gravenhurst, and she joins me now. Mayor, good morning to you. So glad that you have the time to speak with us. So begin, first of all, by telling us about the state of emergency. Why did you decide to call it? Is it still in place?
Yes, thank you, and good morning. It is still in place. We called the emergency because of the highway being closed. Highway 11 is now closed from Orillia to Huntsville, which blocks off our access to a large part of our community. So we are unable to access the roads that need to be plowed in that section of our community, which is sort of a different situation than Bracebridge had at the time, and Huntsville. So the reason for our emergency is because we can't get to those residents.
You can't get to those residents. How bad is it outside? And what are you hearing from people who are still stuck inside their homes?
So obviously we're very concerned about them. We've asked people to stay home because a lot of the challenges that we are facing are abandoned cars on the roads. So the roads that we are accessing, as far as getting the plows out, they go half a kilometer and then they have to have a car towed out. So there's lots of challenges. There's lots of trees down. The hydro, as you just mentioned, has been out. We have about 2,200 still out. So obviously we have great concern for these people, and we're really trying to meet the challenge of getting there as quickly as possible. We have made quite a bit of headway overnight with some extra resources provided by the province.
Did you feel caught off guard by the storm?
Gravenhurst is very well prepared to deal with normal snow instances. This is by no means normal. This is the most snow I've ever seen. I've been up here for 26, 27 years now.
Wow.
And I've never experienced anything like this in such a short period of time.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, as for those people who were stuck on the highway and elsewhere across the community, have you heard anything about injuries, casualties? Is everyone okay?
Thank goodness everyone is okay, to the best of my knowledge. As far as we met this morning, the emergency group met this morning, there have been no serious injuries or casualties, thank God. All of our staff are safe and tired, but safe, and we have lots of visiting electrical workers who are also safe and doing their very best to get us started here.
Yeah, and that's, of course, the most important thing. And lastly, I just wanted to ask you about any damage to infrastructure. Have you heard anything on that front, Mayor?
No, there hasn't been any significant damage to any of our infrastructure, or that I've heard. One thing that if I could mention, is be very, very mindful shoveling your roofs. We're at that stage where a lot of roofs need to be shoveled. Don't go up on a ladder if you're not, in healthy condition to do so. And also, please check your furnace output. Your furnace won't work if that is blocked. So.
Okay, and schools still closed?
Yes, schools are closed, and I think some of our businesses are starting to ramp up. But obviously, with the highway closed, we could see some challenges as far as fuel and groceries. So getting that highway open, which is the province's responsibility, is very, very important to our community.
Yeah, very critical. Well, we're thinking of you. Thanks so much again. Best to you and to everyone in Gravenhurst. Heidi Lorenz is the mayor of Gravenhurst. All right, concerned about